The iPhone 14 Pro is about to get this much needed, long awaited feature. Welcome everybody to Apple Insider. It is Andrew here, and I am beyond excited because the evidence has finally seemed to mount up enough that I am convinced that the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max will get this feature that I have been clamoring for years. The feature that I'm talking about is an always-on display. Now, we all thought that the iPhone 13 Pro was going to get an always-on display. Apple came out with this new OLED display, and technically it can reduce refresh rates all the way down to 10 Hz, making it theoretically possible to be an always-on display. So we saw those components being picked up by Apple, and yeah, I expected an always-on display to come to the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max, but it never materialized. But after the iPhone 13 Pro was released, rumors started picking up again that we would see it with the iPhone 14 Pro. Now, I was fooled once before, so I was skeptical earlier this year, but we have seen more and more reports coming out about this new iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max display. Before WWDC, Mark Gurman was out and he's saying, yeah, the iPhone 14 Pro is going to have an always-on display. We might even see some stuff at WW that kind of reinforces that. Apple made its announcement at WWDC, and we had these new glorious lock screens that have things like widgets on them. And I even tweeted, like the second I saw it, before reading a thing, I was like, that looks like an always-on display feature. It looks like Apple is prepping for an always-on display. And then after WWDC, we saw display analyst Ross Young continue to double down, saying that the new iPhone 14 Pro displays will be able to drop down to as low as 1 Hz refresh rate, meaning it's ideal for an always-on display, being able to drop down to 1 refresh per second, giving you that live updated display without consuming all of your battery life. And if all of that wasn't enough, with the 4th beta of iOS 16, 9to5Mac has found even more evidence of this, and this might be the most damning of all. The new lock screen experience isn't a static image anymore. It's not even a live photo anymore. In fact, it's just multiple layers of vector images that interface together to look like one cohesive picture. Now, with these new lock screens, because things have changed, they're able to create these different animations. Some animations, like when you scroll to your home screen and like the globe and the earth moves as you zoom in, it looks nice. But it looks like it will also animate when going into this always-on mode. For example, take this new clownfish wallpaper, which I very much love, that goes back to like the original iPhone announcement. 9to5Mac was able to simulate the new always-on experience using this wallpaper. So when you go ahead and put this into always-on mode, it'll animate, going to a much lower light level, much dimmer, but instead of just being off, it'll actually show the coral glowing. It looks incredible to me. I love the way this looks, and it's super unique, and I'm excited to see how Apple's other wallpapers will react in this ultra low power, always-on state. See, I've loved the always-on aspect of Apple Watch for a while. You can be sitting on your desk, something comes in, you can see your watch, I can see the time, I can see my blood sugar as a type 1 diabetic right there on my watch face without having to wake, tap, anything to interact with the watch. I can just always see it. And Android phones have annoyingly had this feature for years, and iPhone users have been stuck just tapping their phone screens anytime they want to look at their phone. So it's about time that Apple brought this feature. Imagine all the benefits of being able to see what your phone's charge status is without having to actually touch your phone. You can just look over and see if your phone is charged or not, or your Apple Watch is charged or not. You'll be able to see things like alarms. You can see widgets. So all your widgets that you have there, whatever they may be, whether it is live weather updates, whether it is your battery levels to other accessories that you have connected. There's so many possibilities. You can see your home status, like the temperature in a room or a door lock status. All this you can view without ever having to wake up your phone. If you can't tell, I am beyond excited about this. I finally feel like I can be excited and trust that the iPhone 14 Pro will have this always-on display. It is long long overdue, but the evidence is mounting up. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for an always-on display? Is this a killer feature for you, or is this just another, drop in the bucket of iPhone features that have come too late? Let me know down below in the comments, or better yet on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. Otherwise, stay tuned because I have a lot more videos headed your way.